Hey guys, what's up? So now we will learn how to alter the flow of a loop. So we can do this with the help of break or with the help of continue. So let us first understand what is the flow of a loop. So you are having a loop. You will be having condition here, then you will do some work, and then this is the ending of loop. So what happens generally? First of all, there must be some initialization. Then if you must be having here condition. So if this condition is true, you will go inside the loop and you will execute all the instruction. And when you will reach here, you will again come upward and you will check the condition. If the condition is again true, you will again do the work and then you will again check the condition. If the condition is again true, you will again do the work and then you will again check the condition. Okay, so if the condition is false, then you will reach here. So if the condition is false, then you will reach here. Okay, so this loop will get terminated. This loop will get terminated when condition is false. Okay, so if this condition will become false, you will reach here at this line. After this, you will reach here if the condition is false. Okay, so what we will do in this video, let us talk about break. In next video, we will talk about continue. Okay, so what break will do? So you are having a loop. Okay, here is a condition. There are some instructions. Then you are having break statement, then some instructions. So what will happen? First of all, you check the condition. Condition is true. Okay, the condition is true. You will go inside and you will execute all the instruction. So you will execute all the instruction and you reach at this instruction. So this is break, and as the name suggests, it will break the loop. So as soon as you will execute this instruction, I will reach here. Okay, so I will reach here as soon as this instruction is executed. Loop will be broken. Okay, so we have altered the flow of loop. And also, if this break statement is executed, these instructions will not be executed because I will reach here. Directly from here to here, I will reach here. Okay, it doesn't matter whether the condition is true or false. So condition doesn't matter. If you will hit the break statement, you will reach here. Okay, so condition doesn't matter. So for example, you have a loop and here you are having your condition. Now inside this loop, you are having one more loop and similarly the condition, and then you are having some instructions, and then there is break statement, and then again some instructions, and then these are the instruction of outer loop, again the instructions of outer loop, and this is the ending of outer loop. Okay, so what will happen if this condition is true? I will execute these instructions, and when I will reach here, I will execute this instruction. So I will not reach here. Okay, I will not reach here. I will reach here. Okay, so the innermost loop will be broken. Okay, so when this break statement will be executed, you will reach here. You will not reach here. So this is wrong. You will reach here. This loop will be broken. Okay, this loop will be broken, and also these statements, these instructions will not be executed. Okay, now if you are having, so for example, loop, condition, then again loop, then again condition, then some instructions, then instruction, then break, then some instructions. Okay, so in this case, if this condition is true, this loop will get executed first. If the condition will become false, you will reach at this line, you will execute the instruction, then you will hit the break statement. As soon as you will hit the break statement, then you will reach here. Okay, then you will reach at this line. Okay, and these instructions will not be executed. So we have altered the normal flow of a loop. Okay, so we have altered the normal flow of a loop. So this is how my break statement works. So let's see a working example. So I have already made the file. The name of this file is break.cpp. Now what I will do, I will write a program and you have to tell me what will be the output of the program. Okay, so let's get started. So let's create a variable I, which is initially 2. Now let us write a while loop. I am putting some random condition here, while I less than equals to, let's say 20. Now let's say I'm using if, again some random condition. If I, let's say mod 8, if I mod 8 equals 0, then what you will do, I will increment the value of I. Okay, so otherwise I will print the value of I and let's say give spaces and increment the value of I. Okay, so I am not using break statement. So tell me what will be my output. I think my output will be, so if the value of I is 2, okay, the value of I is 2, this condition is false, I will reach here cout I. 2 will be printed, I++, the new value of I is 3. So this condition again false, 3 will be printed, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now the value of I will become 8. So 8 is less than 20. I will check here. 8 mod 8 is 0. So I++, the new value of I is 9. Initially it was 8. Now after I++, the new value of I is 9. Cout I. So 9 will be printed. I++. So new value of I is 10. So 10, 11, 12, then again 13, 14, 15. And when the value of I will become 16, this condition will again become true and the value of I will become 17. Then you will print the value of I. So 17 will get printed. Increment the value of I. So 18, 19 and 20. So in this output only, so from 2 to 20, 2 numbers are missing. And what are those 2 numbers? Those 2 numbers are 8 and 16. Okay, so my output will be starting from 2 till 20 and 8 and 16 should not be there. So let's see whether the output that I have generated is correct or not. So starting from 2 till 20, number 8 is missing and similarly number 16 is missing. So I have generated the correct output. Now let us use break statement here. So for example, let's use break statement here. I++, then I am using break statement. So what will happen? So this condition will become true when I will become 8. Okay, so that means 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This will be normal print. Now I becomes 8. Okay, so I becomes 8, I++, the value of I becomes 9, break. Now break statement get executed. What will happen? I will reach at line number 17 and then I will execute the program. Okay, I will reach line number 17, then I will execute the program. One more time. What will happen? So what will happen? This statement, this condition will only be true when the value of I will become 8 or 16. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7 will be printed. Now the value of I is 8. So this condition becomes true. If this condition is true, I will go inside, increment the value of I. So the new value of I will become 9. Then break statement is getting executed. So what will break do? The function of break is to break the loop. So it will break the loop. So which is the closest loop? I think while is the only loop. So this loop will be the closest, the innermost loop. So this while loop will be broken and I will reach at the end of the while loop, that is line number 17, and then I will execute the rest of the instructions. So I think my output should be this only. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. So let's see whether I have generated the correct output or not. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7 is the output. Okay. So the functionality of the break is to break loops. And which loop? Innermost loop. Okay. So that is it for this video. If you have any doubt, feel free to ask. Thank you.